disrespectful for Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that, because you say, your matchup is coming out of the other weight classes, and that's it, and he's welterweight, so don't make sense. He's a great fighter, but for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in, because you know I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not. But if the fight make sense, why not?
A lot of people have him at #1 pound for pound. You think that's fair to you?
You know, it's a few people there who deserve to be the #1 pound for pound, and it's fine.
Canelo Alvarez, the current face of boxing, has fired back at Terence Crawford's recent comeout with a powerful message that has fans buzzing in a new video. Alvarez boldly declared, "Send me the contract," showing his readiness for a potential showdown with Crawford. The highly anticipated clash, with both fighters at the peak of their careers, has generated massive speculation, with many seeing it as one of the most electrifying matchups in recent boxing history.
In your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something.
You know, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. You know, I think business talk. You know, with the time I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8". You know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, you know. So that fight would be good.
Canelo Alvarez from Guadalajara, Mexico, is a 4-division world champion and the reigning undisputed super middleweight champion. Renowned for his remarkable power, defensive skills, and ability to adapt in the ring, Canelo has taken on and triumphed over some of boxing's most prominent figures, cementing his place as one of the sport's all-time greats.
Canelo has beaten these guys with all 5 layers of defense. #1, feet. #2, elbows, hand, mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo out and follow for more.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Terence Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion with titles in the lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight divisions. Known for his switch-hitting ability, exceptional ring IQ, and knockout power, Crawford solidified his legacy by becoming the undisputed welterweight champion following his dominant victory.
Fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing. It was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized.
He needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. Guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm going to get hit. I know I'm going to get hit on my chin. But it's, you know, I got to bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the 3rd round. I got hit with a left hook. We be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin. And I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. 'Cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes to boxing. The greats done got dropped, got hurt, but it's about how you come back and respond.
After his recent win, Crawford publicly called out Canelo, expressing his intent to move up to 168 ulbs to challenge the Mexican legend. In a video response, Canelo addressed the call-out saying, "If he really wants to fight, send me the contract." This statement shows Canelo's willingness to take on the matchup, as long as the terms are agreed upon.
Have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not, I'm not going to get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
A major topic of discussion surrounding this potential fight is the considerable weight difference between the two. Canelo has been competing at 168 ulbs, while Crawford's recent bouts have been at 147 and 154 ulbs. Canelo has voiced concerns about the size disparity, pointing out that weight classes exist for a reason, and that jumping multiple divisions can present significant challenges.
Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Yeah.
Demetrius Andrade, a former world champion and seasoned boxer, has shared his thoughts on the potential clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez.
It was just tough, man. It was just a tough year, which at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. I believe who I am, confident. Between me and my dad, just a whole lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that usually is there, wasn't there because of the situation, which is, to me, fine, because I went through with it. I believe in myself, my talent, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm not going to be shy or run away from something because life is going on. But this is my life also. I feel like I can tell somebody face to face. Over the phone is kind of not the proper way.
My condolences to you on that, Demetrius. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in terms of the performance, a lot of people were wondering, hey, well, what's going on here? This is not the Demetrius we're used to seeing in the ring. Others have pointed out, hey, that's just what happens when a Benavidez fights someone. It overwhelms them. But overall, now looking back at the fight, what'd you make of how it played out, in your opinion?
I mean, I went in there and just, like I said, some of the usual during that time. Andre Rosario, who was sort of new to the situation, and then it just was a whole bunch of silence. It wasn't the normal stuff, the stuff that will keep me.
Offering a balanced perspective that underscores the importance of size and experience at higher weight classes. Andrade's analysis aligns with many expert opinions, recognizing Crawford's exceptional skills while emphasizing the unique challenges he would encounter when facing a fighter like Canelo.